So today I thought we would water my little garden together. We'll pretend that didn't happen. We'll pull out this bad boy. So I got these two metal round containers from Amazon, which we decided to plant corn in. In this area we planted more grass. It was just all dirt. And you can see the little guy starting to sprout up. These guys are going crazy right here. We planted melons. Oh, the baby puppy. We got a new puppy. Oh, it's a barking, Maggie. What did come over? Oh, why is he barking? Why is he barking? He's barking. We now have 2 doggies and 2 kitties that seem to get along quite well, actually. We're quite surprised. Anyways, in here we planted melons. Only one so far is sprouting. We decided to plant potatoes. There's no way that that's already spread. What the heck? Okay, I have no idea what that is, but that cannot be them. There's no way. Not too entirely sure what's going right there. Here we planted little flowers. They're all starting to sprout up. And in here we planted more flowers, but they did not make it. Got a new guy sprout right there, but it's just been so cold that night that I planted these guys a little too early. And then in here, and our new little bird bath right there, we planted flowers, but nothing came up. And except for this little guy. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I thought it was one of the flowers, but now I'm just convinced that's just a blade of grass that somehow managed to get in there. And in here, I couldn't tell you what's growing. I know peppers. I think. And then looks like some weeds that I gotta pull. And then this cute little guys. Plenty more flowers in there, but nothing's sprouting yet. Cute little bush. Let's give him a little bit of water. And then here, we got lots of things popping off. We got those guys going, starting to sprout. And that. And then this guy, couldn't tell you what he is, but he's some kind of vegetable. And then we planted more grass right here, but I don't think it took too well. We put weed and feed for all the dandelions. But they just do not want to go. And then in here, we have miscellaneous. And then the, oh, dogs are barking. And then here, we have a surprise. I just kind of found them and I planted. And then in here, we just have a surprise. I just kind of planted. These guys from the front pots that died a couple years ago, but they started sprouting again, so I was like, hey, let's try them in the back. Flowers are supposed to be in that, but I don't think they're ready quite yet. This poor guy was so full of life. I can't tell if they're dying or they just need a little bit of sun, so I moved them. So hopefully they kind of spring back to life. They were just as tall as these guys over here. But, and then this is my little cactus dude. Full of life. And then this I believe is a succulent, but I'm not entirely sure. It's tough growing. Or regrowing grass that just doesn't want to come back. So here in the front yard, we don't have the same hose in the back, unfortunately. So we have to use this attachment, and it doesn't stop, so it wastes a lot of water. That might have been too much, but we have some flowers, dark blue, light blue, and white. Same thing over here. Water our rocks apparently too. And our raspberries. And then over here, the same little pot with these flowers. Light blue, dark blue, and white. And these. Last little one over here. Before I end the video, I just wanted to mention how we have these neighbors on like that side who moved in like a year ago now. So I have a child. They have multiple children, and they just moved in the baby daddy to one of the kids, and they are always outside, which is perfectly normal, and they always ask to play with my son, which is normal, I guess, but it's getting kind of weird because whenever we're out, they come out, and then whenever we decide to go back in, they go in. The kids always ask to come in our home, and the first time we met them, they literally gave us their baby and said, "Can you watch them for a couple hours? We have to go run an errand." And I'm like, my husband said yeah, which I have no idea why I would have said no. Like, we could have been horrible people, and they just gave us their children, or their child to watch for like a couple hours. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm just being a little cynical, but that's just crazy in my opinion. I would never do that. Like, unless you are like my mother or my mother-in-law, you are not watching my son. I don't trust you with him. The baby daddy that just moved in, he smokes a lot, so he's always outside, even at night, and it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just being paranoid, but they're just, I'm not getting a good feeling about them. Oh, and after they gave us their child to watch for a couple hours, right, while they ran an errand, my husband and the neighbor, exchanged numbers, but put his, I'm not actually entirely sure, but we believe it's his phone number, but under her name. So when I first saw that, I was like, first I thought it was very super suspicious. Their dog keeps getting out, and always happens to be in our backyard, and we have both ends. It's a complete fenced-in area, so there's no way our animals could get out, but their dog always happens to get in our fence. So we always have to contact them and be like, hey, your dog's out, it's in our backyard, or, you know, your dog's just out. We've been here for, like, what, 6 years now? 7 years? And we've never had an issue. All of our neighbors have been great. But we own this house, but the other house is just a rental. And the original owner was an older lady, and one day we saw an ambulance out of outside of her house, and we believe that she's no longer with us. So we had this older couple move in, but they eventually moved for work. New neighbors that I'm uneasy about moved in, and I've just got a bad feeling. They were gonna move a couple months ago, but then now they moved in the baby daddy. I don't know, there's just so many other things that I just can't remember off the top of my head. But maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. Like I was saying, there's many things that have kind of, you know, put me off. I just cannot remember them off the top of my head. But there was this one time where I got home from the school pickup with my child, and we were sitting in the car, and I was like, okay, the kids are out right now playing. Their kids were playing out in the front yard, and I was like, okay, we're not gonna play until Daddy gets home, because Daddy can watch you while Mommy can't. Because I don't want to build a friendship right now between them, and my husband kind of already established that, unfortunately. Kind of already established that. So I told him that he can play with them when Dad gets home to watch them, and plus my husband, if something were to happen, he could step in and take care of the situation, and so I told him to wait. And then my child gets out of the car and yells to them, I can't play right now, my mommy's scared of you. I was like, no, don't say that. I'm not scared, I don't know, okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy, but I don't know. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. But I just wanted to share my thoughts and feelings. Anyways, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.